Hi everyone, my name is Asha Creary and I am a licensed professional counselor in the state of Texas and a licensed professional counselor approved supervisor in the state of Missouri. And today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the National Counselor Examination. So this exam is an exam that most states require for counselors to use in order for them to be eligible for licensure status within their state. Now, some states require the other exam, which is the NCE, I think is what it is. I don't know because we don't use it here in Texas, and I didn't have to use it for Missouri because I had already had a previous licensure exam. So again, I can't remember what Missouri uses, but either way, I applied for a license based on me currently holding a license in another state. So this exam is going to cost you $275. Yes, I know it's a lot, but the good thing about it is because you're going to pass it the first time. You're not going to retake it. You're going to study. You're going to do everything that you need to do in order for you to be successful. So you will be allotted 3 hours and 45 minutes to take this exam. The exam has 200 questions. Of those 200, only 160 of those questions will be scored. So what that means is that 40 of those questions won't even count even if you get them right and even if you get them wrong. The exam is broken down into 6 different domains. So the first domain is professional practice and ethics, which is 12% of your exam, which is 19 scored questions. Again, this does not include what percentage the unscored questions would be. The second domain is going to be intake assessment and diagnosis. That one also has 12% of your questions are going to come from this domain, and it is about 19 questions as well. Area domain number 3 is going to be areas of clinical focus. That section is a huge chunk. It's 29%, and it's going to be 47 of your questions. Domain number 4 is treatment planning, and of that one, that is 9%, and you're only going to have 14 scored questions from that section. Domain number 5 is going to be counseling skills and interventions. It is going to have 30%, which is also just as big as areas of clinical focus or a little bit bigger. And it has 48 questions coming from this section that will be scored. And then underneath section 6, it is going to be core counseling attributes, which is going to be 8% or roughly 13 questions. So 6 different domains. Of those domains, 160 of those questions will be scored. Again, we don't know how many of the unscored questions will come from which domains. We won't even get to see if you got those right or wrong anyway, because they're test questions or they're field questions. All right, so let's get into if you have accommodations. So some people have accommodations throughout their entire educational career, whether they had a learning disability, whether they have an emotional, mental disability or physical disability. If you have a disability, you know what I'm talking about. So there's a form that you will have to fill out whenever you submit your application to the NBCC to be eligible to take the exam. That form is going to be on a drop-down menu. It's going to ask you, do you have accommodations? And then you would select yes. And then it's going to tell you either to download the form or it's going to tell you which page to go to find the form. This form must be completed by a mental health professional, a licensed mental health professional, a physician, a ophthalmologist or eye physician, an audiologist, anyone who can share the reasons why you need whatever the accommodations are. So underneath the accommodations list, there's so many that you can get, but you have to have a proven record or a licensed professional who can vouch that you need these accommodations. So you can get a human reader, a human scribe, enlarged text, additional exam time. You can get a quiet testing room with fewer students in there or fewer testers in there. You can get a sign language interpreter. You can have scheduled breaks throughout the duration of your exam. You can get braille text. You can request for special seating. You can even request for your glucose supplies or any other medical supplies or medication access that you are required to have at all times. You can have a personal care assistant present. And then there's even a section for nursing mothers. So if you are someone who is currently nursing and you're going to take your exam, don't fret. You can request for special accommodations to be able to nurse during your test. where I think they'll stop your time and then they'll let you go take care of yourself, and then you come back and you finish out your test. The other things you can get are internet-based online testing accommodations. So if there may be a software called Job Access with Speech, or JAWS, or screen magnification technology, or any other digital or technology-based accommodation you can request. So I hope this information is helpful. I hope you start to dig deeper in what you need to do in order for you to be ready to take this test. And again, you want to focus on the 6 domains that's going to be on the exam. And then you also going to want to make note that if you don't have $275 to save it or find it somewhere, ask your parents, ask your peers, GoFundMe, I don't know, get it how you got to get it. So you're going to pay the $275 directly to the NBCC. Alrighty, well, thanks you guys for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and also I'll be posting the links to these 2 documents that would be something you might want to look over if you have not come across them. And that is going to be the NCE content outline, and then that is also going to be the accommodations request form. Now, in the next video, we're going to jump into section 1, what that looks like, things to consider as you start studying for your exam for that section. And then there will be 5 other subsequent videos that is going to go into the other 5 domains. And hopefully this sequel of videos underneath Post Grad with Asha, you will be able to use to your advantage. Thank you so much.